Grab attention instantly with a realistic emotional struggle that viewers immediately relate to. A cluttered desk, notebooks stacked high, sticky notes everywhere, a glowing laptop screen filled with tabs, coffee cups, alarms, checklists, and in the middle, Alex, exhausted, scrolling on his phone under fluorescent light. Slow zoom in as Alex rubs his eyes, sighs, and glances at a never ending to do list. The words plan, hustle, focus, repeat flash briefly on the screen, fading into noise, voice calm, reflective, with a touch of irony. This was Alex, obsessed with being productive but always exhausted. He tried everything: morning routines, fancy planners, Pomodoro timers. But no matter how much he organized his life, he never felt ahead, just tired, distracted, stuck in a loop of trying harder and getting nowhere. Cut to Alex ticking boxes off a list, only for more tasks to appear. Fast motion montage: wake up early, run, coffee, emails, repeat until the screen blurs from burnout. Tone shifts, slower, curious, more hopeful. But one day, Alex stopped chasing more and started stacking better. A single shift, one small habit changed the way he worked, focused, and felt. Everything freezes, the chaos fades. One sticky note remains on the desk with a single word: stacking. Stack this habit to instantly boost productivity. The hidden reason why traditional productivity methods never last, and why effort alone isn't enough. Scene, Monday morning. Alex wakes up early, full of energy. He's got his planner open, headphones in, coffee steaming beside him. Fast cuts. Typing fast, gym session, meal prepping, everything looks perfect. Then, by Thursday, the alarm snoozes. The gym bag stays in the corner. His desk gets messy again. By Saturday, he's back on the couch scrolling through his phone, frustrated. Most people think productivity is about discipline. If you just work harder, wake up earlier, plan better, you'll win. But the truth is, discipline fades. Systems stay. That's why motivation dies by Thursday and guilt takes over by the weekend. Time lapse of Alex's week, repeating over and over. Start strong, lose steam, restart again, like an endless cycle. Tone softens, becoming more revealing and intimate. You don't fail because you're lazy. You fail because your habits exist in isolation. Each one, journaling, working out, studying, lives alone. They never talk to each other. They drain energy instead of building it. It's like trying to light a fire with single sparks, but never stacking them together. Animation of Alex's habits represented as glowing orbs scattered apart, flickering weakly. Then, as they slowly connect, the light becomes steady and bright. Tone, confident, guiding. Setting up curiosity for the next section. The secret isn't to push harder, it's to design a flow, a chain reaction where one habit powers the next. Because when your habits are connected, momentum becomes automatic. Alex closes his planner, takes a deep breath. Behind him, the separate icons of his habits begin linking together, glowing like a circuit coming alive. Consistency isn't about strength, it's about sequence. Purpose: explain what habit stacking is and why it's the simplest, most reliable path to consistency. Alex wakes up in soft morning light. He brushes his teeth, ordinary, automatic. Then an animated chain link glows above his head. Each small action begins to link to the next. Brush teeth, drink water, stretch, open notebook. Gentle, rhythmic beat like a heartbeat, symbolizing flow and connection. Habit stacking means linking a new habit to something you already do automatically. It's like building a bridge from the things you already are to the person you want to become. Each small action connects to the next, creating a chain reaction of progress. Simple animation of dominoes falling, each one labeled with a habit. As they connect, the motion becomes smooth and unstoppable. Let's make it real. After brushing your teeth, you drink a glass of water. After pouring that glass, you stretch for 30 seconds. After stretching, you open your planner and review your day. Before you know it, your morning routine runs on autopilot. No struggle, no willpower, just flow. A time lapse of Alex's morning, calm, intentional, everything connected like gears in motion. Soft light from sunrise fills the room. When your brain connects behaviors, it uses fewer decision resources. That means less mental fatigue, more energy for deep work. It's not about forcing focus, it's about designing momentum. Animated brain lights up, showing neural pathways linking together like glowing roads. A battery icon fills up slowly, symbolizing preserved mental energy. Habit stacking works because it respects how your brain actually functions. You're not fighting your habits, you're rearranging them. You're turning your daily routines into launch pads for growth. Alex smiles, closes his notebook, and takes a sip of coffee. Behind him, a glowing chain floats across the screen, steady, unbroken. How to find strong, existing habits that serve as anchors for new ones. Alex sits at his desk with a notebook labeled My Daily Routine. He sketches out his day, little doodles of brushing teeth, brewing coffee, commuting, eating lunch, checking phone. Each drawing begins to glow softly, as if small sparks of potential are hiding in plain sight. Anchor habits are the things you already do every single day, without fail. They're automatic, predictable, reliable, like brushing your teeth, making coffee, sitting at your desk. These moments are your golden triggers, the perfect foundations to build new habits on top of. Each everyday action Alex performs glows with a golden outline, symbolizing an anchor. Text pops up subtly beside each. Coffee, plan top 3 priorities. Lunch, review to-do list. End of work, journal. 3 lessons from the day. Here's how it works. You don't fight your old routines, you attach to them. After making your morning coffee, write down your top 3 priorities. After lunch, check in on your progress. After finishing work, jot down 3 quick lessons you learned today. One anchor, one trigger, one step forward. Montage of Alex flowing through these moments. Calm, intentional, no friction. A glowing line connects each action, creating a visual chain through his day. Anchor habits turn your day into a system, not a scramble. They're the stable points that keep you grounded when life gets messy. And once you find them, consistency becomes effortless. You stop forcing progress and start flowing into it. Split screen. Left, chaotic version of Alex jumping between tasks, phone buzzing, messy desk. Right, current Alex calmly following his flow, each action leading naturally to the next. Emphasize simplicity and momentum over intensity. Alex sits at his desk surrounded by a wall of sticky notes. Work out every day. Journal 30 minutes. Read 50 pages. He looks motivated, but then overwhelmed. The camera speeds up. Day 1, 2, 3. His enthusiasm fades. He slumps in his chair, surrounded by half-finished goals. The biggest mistake? Starting too big. We all do it. We dream in extremes, but we build in small steps. Habit stacking works because it's simple. It's not about doing more, it's about doing less consistently. Alex erases his big sticky notes and replaces them with smaller ones. 1 minute of stretching. Read 1 page. Write 1 idea. The visuals shift from cluttered chaos to clean, minimal calm. When you start small, you remove resistance, you lower the barrier between thinking about it and actually doing it. 1 minute of planning, 1 minute of stretching. 1 minute of clearing your desk. You're not training your body, you're training your brain to start. Alex sets a 1 minute timer, stretches, writes a line in his notebook, then smiles as he checks off each action. The clock ticks, momentum builds. Because here's the truth, the start is the hardest part. And once you start, momentum takes over. 1 minute often turns into 5. 5 turns into 20. And soon, you're no longer forcing discipline. It's happening automatically. Montage. Alex's 1 minute actions gradually expand. He reads longer, exercises deeper, focuses better. The room brightens. Subtle cue of growing energy and flow. Show how small habit stacks connect to form full productivity systems. Close-up shot. Alex wakes up, sunlight filters through the blinds. He drinks a glass of water, then stretches, then opens his planner, then starts typing calmly at his desk. Each habit is connected by a glowing visual thread, like a chain of light linking one to the next. As one habit ends, the next one activates automatically, like falling dominoes. Soon, Alex realized something powerful. Each habit fuels the next. His mornings no longer started with chaos. They started with flow. Because when small habits connect, they stop feeling like chores and start running like a system. Fast forward montage. Morning, hydrate, stretch, plan day, deep work. Work day, email check, focus session, quick break, reflection. Each routine forms a chain, glowing brighter as it loops together. Once you master one stack, you can build another. Your morning stack, your work start stack, your shutdown stack. Each one becomes a link, and together they form your productivity chain. Animated overlay, 3 glowing chains interlocking. Morning stack, work stack, shutdown stack. When they connect, the full system hums with energy, showing balance, not burnout. Here's the science behind it. Your brain doesn't release dopamine only when you finish something. It releases it every time you make progress. Every small link in your chain rewards momentum, and momentum is what keeps consistency alive. Slow motion shot of Alex crossing off small tasks, each check mark lights up the neural pathways in his brain. Dopamine animation sparks across his mind, bright, vibrant energy flowing forward. Teach resilience and sustainable productivity through realistic recovery. A normal morning. Alex sits at his desk, rubbing his eyes, exhausted. The to-do list blinks on screen, unchecked boxes everywhere. He glances at his phone, time wasted on social media. His productivity chain from the last scene flickers. One glowing link fades out. One day, Alex broke his streak. He slept in, missed his morning routine, skipped planning, and for a moment, it felt like all his progress had vanished. Close up of Alex staring at his planner, guilt in his eyes. He sighs, closes it slowly. The screen darkens slightly, a visual metaphor for lost momentum. But the trick isn't to be perfect, it's to protect the chain. Missing one link, that's normal. Missing two, that's when momentum breaks. So instead of starting over, Alex just returned to his anchor, his coffee, his planner, his small start. He takes a deep breath, makes coffee, opens his planner again. The chain reignites, glowing link by link, rebuilding smoothly. That's how real productivity lasts, through flexibility, not perfection, because perfection creates pressure, but flexibility creates progress. Alex didn't let a missed day define him. He forgave fast and restarted faster. Quick montage, Alex journaling calmly at night. Next morning, back to his morning stack, water, stretch, plan. He smiles, steady, at peace. So emotional and visible transformation. How small, consistent stacking leads to calm mastery. Soft morning light seeps into Alex's apartment, no alarms blaring, no frantic rushing. Alex wakes naturally, stretches, smiles. He moves through his morning stack. Water, stretch, plan, deep breath, all in one effortless flow. Gentle lo-fi music fades in. The rhythm matches his movements, steady, unhurried, intentional. Within weeks, Alex didn't need reminders or motivation anymore. His habits ran like code, smooth, automatic, precise. Each small trigger powered the next. There was no chaos, no struggle. Cut to Alex working. Laptop open, deep in focus. Camera pans around, clean desk, steady hands, soft lighting. His phone is face down, his mind clear. Work felt lighter. Decisions came easier. Even his energy changed. Calm, steady, consistent. He wasn't doing more, he was simply flowing. One stacked habit at a time. Montage. Alex finishing work early, smiling. Taking a quiet walk at sunset. Sharing dinner with friends, laughter, peace. The habit chain glows subtly above his head, unbroken, seamless, alive. Inspire viewers to take the first action. Gentle, relatable, and empowering. The scene opens with Alex sitting quietly in a sunlit room. No noise, no rush, just calm. Around him, a softly glowing chain represents his habit chain. Each link steady and alive. Text on screen, one habit, one stack, one change at a time. You don't need to rebuild your entire life. Just start with one habit, attach it to something you already do, and repeat. Because real transformation isn't built in a day. It's built in the tiny moments you decide to show up, again and again. Alex stands, steps onto the balcony. The morning light washes over him. The glowing habit chain reflects the sunlight, then slowly fades into the air, symbolizing how his habits have become part of who he is. That's how you build unstoppable momentum. If this story helped you, hit subscribe. And next week, we'll talk about how to stack habits for focus, not just productivity.